Hey guys and gals, boys and girls, here I am at Caloundra Air Museum, and as you walk in, I'll show you some of the entranceway. The models are awesome. If you have a look, it's a Sopwith pup, not a Sopwith camel, but a Sopwith pup. You can always tell the Sopwith pup because it's got the machine guns at the top. You can actually see them on a camel and actually hides the machine guns. But you can see the models, all the cool little models that are around. The two up here with a couple of big ass bombs on it. But if you have a look, right in front of us is a F111. It's pretty cool. Let's see if I can get some good vision of it. Right on its top. There we go. Looking straight down its schnoz. That's pretty cool. And also the Sopwith pup. See that? Walk through. It's a very well set up museum from the first part you see. Airline stuff, obviously, coins you can make up. A lot about Qantas and how it started, if we have a look over here. We're in an aviation. A lot of historic paraphernalia. Everybody has its obligatory models. It's pretty cool. That's about Smithy, I think, Charles Kingston Smith. Obviously. Pretty cool. Avro 504K tail. I'll have to look that up because I'm not going to explain it. Very well set out. Your big ass models. Big ass planes. Well, little ass planes actually, it's a tiny thing. Nomad, very famous Australian design. And how many people have been on a 747? There you go. 747 Big Top with Singapore Airlines. Big Top with Singapore Airlines. Little trainers. More F111. Hey, let's have a look. Check it out. Pretty great way to start. Looks like a lot of this stuff is open air. So that'll be worth checking out. So we'll come and have a look. Huh. See that little nozzle at the back of the F111? It used to do a trick where it used to do a fuel burn. So it'd actually spit fuel out the back and it'd look like it'd light up as it flew away. It was beautiful. It's an awesome trick. Put my sunnies back on because it looks like all the planes are outside. Surface to air missile called a Bristol Bloodhound that we used to use. Fokker Friendship. That's the nose of a Fokker Friendship. I'm not going to go in it. Couldn't be stuffed. Windjill was a prop engine trainer for Australia. This is one of our original crop dusters we used to have. Geez, I got a lot of gear here. I'm just walking around and just seeing what they got, especially in stuff in halfway fixed, you know. See here, they got a Spitfire and also a Caribou. Anyone doesn't know the Caribous, they used to fly out of Richmond one stage. You can actually land them on a cricket pitch. Apparently, they're known as a STOL aircraft, short takeoff and landing. There's a Spitfire they're building up. Looks like a Mark 1. Look at the cockpit, you see how the cockpit's not bubbled? It's actually straight. One of the originals. You see the exhaust ports, there's only 3 exhaust ports on it too. Early version. The older one, the other ones had 8 exhaust ports on it. Let's have a look inside. Must be a fan going, it's pretty warm. Or maybe it's just noisy. There's your cockpit of a Caribou. This is working really well, isn't it? Have a look in here, you can see a Canberra bomber. You can see a whole lot of planes are fixing up around here. We'll check those out later. But we'll go in the hangar first, I think. That's pretty flash. An Iroquois. Remember we saw an Iroquois in the other air museum? Back in Vietnam they used to use them all over the place. They went berserk with those. Also one of the first jet fighter planes which is in front of us, which is a Hawker Hunter. How do I know this? Because I'm plane mad. Australians used to fly this in Korea at one stage, I think, from memory. Machine guns underneath. It's one of the first jet fighters they ever had. Boston Media, Hawker Hunter. This is a DC-2, I'd say. Here's one for you. This is another early fighter. It's actually Royal Australian Navy. It's a Vampire. And let me show you something. With these ones, it's quite interesting. Hear that? That's wood. These are actually made of plywood, would you believe? Plywood, and they used to fly them off the HMAS Melbourne and the HMAS Sydney. It's pretty cool. Check that out. And look at this, this is a Mackie fighter trainer. Roulettes used to fly these up until recently. Now they're using PC-9 propeller driven aircraft. But these are an air jet trainer that we used to have. And you look at this one. This is a Canberra bomber used in Vietnam and Korea. I think they make Korea as well. The thing about these things is that because it's an early one, early type of aircraft, let's have a look inside first. There's the cockpit. Hope you can see that. Hope so. Hang on, try that. There we go. These early aircraft, the wingspans were quite large and huge. Compared to what the jets are now. Even the jet bombers, the wingspan is quite thin. That's because the engines weren't as good as they are now. You know. If you look here, this is a Winjeel. Wirraway. CA-16 Wirraway was actually made in Australia. It was made after what's known as a Harvard trainer. Here's a Mirage fighter plane. Awesome aircraft, this one. Oh, she flew about Mach 2, I think. Does twice the speed of sound. Beautiful aircraft. Seriously. It's just gorgeous. And that's made, it was actually a French made aircraft from Dassault in France. There's the insides. Have a look up here. Oh, few aircraft to go around too. They got a Hudson. Check that out. Like that. I've got a couple of hard copies of these things. I love this sort of stuff. And in front of us is a CA 86, I think CAC Sabre. The Sabre fighters are very interesting. They're actually made in these ones were made in Australia by CAC, Commonwealth Aircraft Corporation, and they actually improved on the American design and made a faster, sleeker, better handling aircraft than the Americans had during the Korean War. So we actually improved on the design, as you do, as Australians do. They're a very clever bunch. Here's another picture of the Mirage. God, I love that plane. It's so beautiful. Okay, everybody, I want to take you back in time. It's the Korean War, about 1952-53. This was our first RAAF jet fighter, the Gloucester Meteor, which was a British-made plane. And this was the Navy, the one they used in the Navy, which was the Sea Venom, or Vampire. Very similar aircrafts, but have a look at this one. See the windscreen's all cracked, which is bad luck. Hear that? They used metal, which is quite funny. And you see how the engines are actually part of the wing on that one. It's very interesting. Ooh. There we go, we got Mustangs. There we go, as we move around. I used to fly in something like that one to Cape Flattery and back when I lived in Cairns, and I used to have to clear ships at Cape Flattery. It's pretty cool. Crop duster. If you look, this is the training version or even the bombing version, because it's probably got a radar at the front. That's why its nose is so long. And you had a radar operator inside. Okay. Of the Gloucester Meteor. Mark 20. Let's have a look and see what it used to do.